What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, with another episode today. A little market watch today. You know, I'll be honest with you. A lot of you guys have been missing the beat. I've been listening, keeping my ear to the ground, and hearing what a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people focusing on QCR, the next QCR, the chase of QCR. When in reality, Konami's going to be getting rid of QCR, so we'll talk about that soon. Not yet, though. But with Konami getting rid of QCRs, with them in their third year of their 25th anniversary, finally getting rid of that, that's going to mean massive things for this game. Now, will there be a new rarity? Will they go back to Starlight Rares? Who knows? I think there's going to be a new rarity, and I think that Starlight Rares are right now being treated like how Ghost Rares used to be treated. Forgotten. And then everyone realizes, oh my god, I need these, and then the prices get jacked up. Now, I'm not talking about your Appaloosa, which is at a really good price. I'm not talking about your IP Masquerena. I'm not talking about these Starlight Rares. No. I'm talking about Starlight Rares that are $100 and down. So, your page 1 Starlight Rares, you're not going to really want to look at, even though Zeus is 120, it's not bad. I'm talking about the lower page Starlight Rares, because they are dirt cheap right now. I'm talking about right here Starlight Rares. Let me ask you a question. Is Suapali Starlight Rare the highest rarity version of Suapali? Yes. I like the Ultimate Rare more, but it is. It's $100. All right. What about Put a Prosperity Starlight Rare? Is that a good buy at $92? Yes, it is. But V, I could buy the QCRs, and it's really nice still, but it's not. It's bootleg. It's bootleg, bro. You're buying bootleg DVDs down at the gas station, talking about you got the actual movie. You don't, bro. You're not even close to that. Pot of Prosperity Starlight Rare at $92 is a really good buy. I think people should pick it up because I think it's a relatively low price point of a card. Oh, but Dark Trauma could get reprinted as QCR. Who cares? That means if it gets a QCR reprint, the value of the Starlight Rare actually goes down. And hey, you know what? This card's still being used right now in the game. It's being used in what? I'll talk about that deck in a second, actually. Lightning Storm, once again, a great Starlight Rare. Something's like everyone's missing the beat because everyone's babbling about QCRs. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great QCRs in this game. I'm not saying there isn't. But what I am saying is when you forget something in this game, everybody should be looking at that. But everyone doesn't. And when we saw Ghost Rares, it kind of did the same thing where everyone just didn't look at Ghost Rares because they were so focused on the next rarity, and next rarity, and next rarity. And how much is the price point of Star Dragon first edition Ghost Rare? Black Rose Dragon, a majority of the Ghost Rares, first edition, they're insanely expensive. Because at one point, Konami said, look over here, and everyone did, when you should be looking right here. That's my point. But let's look at QCRs, and let's talk about them. Let's talk about the fact that Fire Kings did win a YCS, and everyone went and bought Fire Kings. Oh! Alright, Fire King, I gave this a day or two to cool down, and it's starting to cool down, as you can see over here. This is a great opportunity to sell your Fire King cards. This is what this is. $47 Volcanics? Yeah, you sell that bad boy. It's QCR, unloaded, free money. Volcanics over here, Secret Rare versions, what are they going for? $19? Alright, cool, free money, sell it. I'm not trying to dog on Fire Kings, I think they're still a great deck, but the guy that won the YCS only won because he caught everybody off guard. Everyone's looking at Fire Kings now, and you know what beats Fire Kings? If you're playing Ryziel, right? Bro, have you read a Abyss Dweller? You just go Abyss Dweller, go Field Spell with a detonator, look at your opponent and go, this is not even past turn? Like, you get whatever? You win. Congratulations, you win the game. I do think that's cool that Fire Kings did win the YCS, even though the round 4 match versus Mermail was questionable at best. The prices of these Fire King cards have definitely been pumped up really high, and I do think that some of these cards will be going back down in value. I don't think this is going to be happening repeatedly. I think it's going to happen once, and then we're going to move on and basically forget about the fact that this did happen. Primite cards are going up in value due to the fact that Blue Eyes can play Primites. We're also seeing other builds play Primites. And when you look at Primite, Dragon, Ether, Barrel, this card doesn't even have any price points on TCG Player. It's actually at $195. The ultra rare version of this card is still money, by the way. It's about $33. And it's been, I mean, at the low of 25. It's been fighting that low for a while, and it just recently bumped up. And I wouldn't be surprised if this card sees yet another bump once you start seeing Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profiles. All right, going into this, yes, we do see about Q still holding value. The QCR version, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, the preset was ridiculous, but you can see it's stabilizing here. It's kind of going up, but realistically, it's stabilizing. It's about $200 for this card. For the secret version of this card, it's going to be running you roughly around $30. Now, I'll tell you right now, I think a Baku is a broken card in this game. I find it crazy to think that Yu-Gi-Oh players are looking at this card and going, it's all right. Maybe I kind of need it. No, if you're on links, you need this card. This card is absolutely broken. I wouldn't be surprised if this card was to be on the ban list one day. That's how broken it is. And when I look at a card like a Baku, I gotta say to myself, like, wait a minute. You could draw, you could bring a monster back. Yeah, you can destroy a card on the field. Sure, that's great, but those two other effects are pretty insane. And a Baku being a Link 4, just needing a Fiend monster? Wait a minute. What's a Fiend monster that's in the extra deck? Oh, wait a minute. The Nightmare monsters. They're all fiends. Like, absolutely insane. I think a Baku definitely is a card that's going to be around for a while before the ban list eventually hits. And I do think it will get hit by the ban list. So, look at that Clockwork Knight. This is one of the QCRs that, one of the few QCRs I look at, I read it and I go, that's broken. Now, obviously, it's not broken right now. It's decent. The only thing that's really using Clockwork Knight is going to be your, oh, it didn't even show me. Oh, there it is, your Crystons. So, I mean, that's that's cool for now. Link 1's in his game. Every Link 1 has been so broken. Every single Link 1. Are we just done, like, right? Are we good on that? Like, is there anyone questioning that? Every Link 1 in this game is so unbelievably unfair. It's almost to the point where you're like, all right, Konami, when are you going to hit this card? And they've done it. I mean, look at Link Karibo. I mean, Link 1's just super unfair. Dude, what was the deck that got a Link 1? Magic Musketeers got a Link 1. That deck is insane now. Well, kind of insane with fiendsmith, you know. It's done things. Every Link 1 has been broken. And if your deck that you love in this game, think about it, gets a Link 1, how happy would you be? Because you know you're getting something that's really unfair. With that said, this card's really unfair. The current value of this card used to be around $40 on pre-sale. The value has dropped to about $32. If you can pick this card roughly around 30s, I think it's an excellent pickup because it's a Link 1. Link 1s are broken, and that's going to be one of them. All right, so let's talk about Mitsurugi's, because here's my take on Mitsurugi's. Everyone likes to ask me, V, is Mitsurugi's a good buy right now? Is it a bad buy? What's the take on Mitsurugi? Is it a good deck? Is it a bad deck? It's won some, but hasn't won enough. My take on Mitsurugi is really simple. I mean, and it's one of those things where you hit it with a Socratic answer. Is Fiendsmith going to be the deck that you are, is going to pass a ban list? No, it's going to get hit on the ban list. We know this already, right? Cool. After Fiendsmith, I think Mitsurugi will be the best version of Raizio. Yes, it could be pure Raizio as well. I think it's going to be Mitsurugi. I think this will be the best version. So when you buy this deck, you're buying into the investment of Fiendsmith getting hit, and this following up being the best deck. And I think it's a great investment, to be honest with you. Now, the value of Mitsurugi QCRs have been dropping, which is great. Ritual has been dropping, which is great. All these cards have been dropping. So the chance of buying Mitsurugi cards right now is pretty good. Though I will say it will more than likely continue to drop until we get near the next ban list. But don't lie to ourselves. This is the best version of Mitsurugi's. I mean, this is the best version of Fiendsmith, not Mitsurugi's. What am I talking about? Fiendsmith. This is absolutely the best version. And I do think that this is going to get hit. This will get shot down. I don't recommend anyone buying these cards right now. In fact, if you have these cards and you want to sell them, I want to blame you, because this is probably the best time you're going to get the best bang for your buck with these cards. They're going to be going down in value. They have been going down in value as we get closer to the ban list. Moving forward, let's talk about Malice. In fact, let's talk about the entire set of crossover breakers. I think this set is going to be worth a crazy amount of money. Probably till at least after Nationals. I think the cards in this set are so insanely good, so insanely valuable, that post-Nationals, people will still be looking to buy these cards. Because even if you hit Raizio, where you're going to hit it? It's so broken, it'll be hard to hit it one time. You'll have to do multiple. Look at the Oshi, they made like 2 hits, and it's still one of the best decks. Look at that Malice, you'll be lying to yourself if you're saying that this is not the best deck in waiting. Malice is right under the ice. That is Raizio. It realistically is. And I think that Malice and Raizio are just competing for the best deck in the game. And that will more than likely happen throughout this entire year. You're lying if you're saying, oh, wait a minute, V. There's new archetypes coming out. There's new support coming out, my X and Y deck, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. In the OC, it's been the best deck for years. Here in the TCG, we're getting at least 1 year with both of these being the best deck. Now, which one is going to get you more bang for your buck? It's up to you, realistically. I think Malice will get you better bang for your buck, as Ryzen will definitely get nerfs and not Malice. If Malice wasn't get any nerfs, it'd be probably Shifter. But, I mean, that's to be said in the future with a banless video. I think these are great decks, and I think these are great value. And if you're looking to buy these decks, I mean, you're going to get some good mileage out of these decks, at least for the rest of the year. Dominus Impulse is a phenomenal card that's been increasing in value, where everybody has been looking away at it. Some people are now starting to play it in their Malice builds. The card had the QCR was 160. You can see it over here, it's slowly rising. It's about roughly 175. I went through a couple of sales, it's 180. For the singular version of Dominus Impulse, by the way, the value was like $50, and now the current value is at $60. And once again, just ones. You can see over here, all ones. You have to go to page 2, and then you have to really chase it. It'll start hitting $65. You're not seeing big walls. You're seeing ones and twos all day long. And if you look at like the snapshot, like the data, people are buying the crap out of this card. People are buying the hell out of this card because, once again, if you play Malice, you play this card, and it's really good. Like, listen, I think Ryzen is going to be the next big deck post-Banlist, but getting your Mitsurugi Ritual hit by Impulse, I mean, you're putting your opponent down to shishi at that point. Just tuck him in bed at least. Give him a pillow. Don't let him lay on the floor. That's what you do when you're playing this card. They go Mitsurugi Ritual, you go Impulse, and you just sit back and you're like, all right, buddy, my turn. And then you just beat the fuck out of them. If they don't have Shift. I don't have Lancey, of course. All right. Up next, Mulcharmies. Do you still need Mulcharmies? We saw that Maxi's getting a QCR. More than likely, Konami is going to milk this and make multiple versions of Maxi. And I do think that we'll see multiple versions of Maxi available. Yes, I do think Maxi will come off the banners. With that said, though, will Mulcharmy still see play? Maxi will come off the banners. Yes and no. Fualos will always see play. And the OG, they're running Fualos with Maxi. It's guaranteed to see play. As far as Meows and Perulia, do you buy them now? Well, they're tanking in value. Never buy anything that's just in free fall. And don't get me wrong, I think Meows is holding its value currently right now, but I definitely think it's going to be falling soon. Look at the current price point. I mean, this card's hitting about $330. It starts off at $260, $262, and then boom, it's $330. I do think it's kind of like, it's up there, but it's not real value. Perulia is starting to go back down. It was roughly, did it spike to $250? Now it's at $167, $180, $185. These two cards will go down in value. If you bought QCR for Wallace, you're happy. If you bought Secret for Wallace, you're happy. I think Wallace is going to get a reprint anyway. But you got Konami fucked up if you don't think they're going to make that a short print. Like, come on, bro. They're going to make that short print. This might go down a couple of bucks and then go back up next to the short print Secret Rare that Konami has unloaded on everybody. So I want to talk about this because it's really important. Konami has been made some retro pack kind of thing. Well, not retro pack like this, but like retro sets. They've done the Light of Destruction and retro pack, and for the most part, they've been on Blunder. And I don't think Konami's going to do this anymore because this doesn't really make a lot of value. Nobody's really hunting retro pack 2020 reprints. They'd rather buy the original retro pack, which holds a better value. I think that with QCRs, Konami saw QCRs make a lot of money, so of course they milked it. Now, once again, I want to get back to the beginning of the video when I said that Konami is talking about basically one huge thing, which is going to be the end of QCRs. Now, this is going to be massive because QCRs have been Konami's bread and butter. They've been making a lot of bread and butter and making a lot of money as people buy basically bread and butter for hundreds of dollars for just because it's shiny. Now, with that said, I do think Konami has a trick up their sleeve. I don't think they're going to go back to Starlight Rares. I do think we're going to be getting a new rarity. And I just want to say, if what's the minute we get the new rarity, they're going to hyper focus you on that new rarity. And just like Starlight Rares right now, you should be looking at the previous rarity because they have the best chance of holding better long-term value. I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this. Ghost Rares have crazy value, specifically first edition Ghost Rares. And I believe Starlight Rares will be like that eventually, where specifically first edition Starlight Rares will hold an insane value. Not right now, but in time I do think that would happen. With that said, the minute we get the new rarity, I think we gotta really talk about QCRs because there'll be diamonds in the rough. And I really mean rough because Konami has made way too many QCRs. And then you look at like Starlight Rares and Ghost Rares, and you get a couple of pages. Where QCR, you get a novel. So you're gonna find the diamonds in the rough with the QCRs. We'll probably talk more about that in future videos. One more card I want to talk about. One more card. I've been talking about this card sporadically to people in IRL. I really haven't made a market watch. I've been sick. I'm better now. Here we are. This card right here, System Down, is a card I think everyone should be looking at. People have been slowly buying this up. Myself included, by the way. I bought 3 for $18. $18 a pop. I bought 3 of these immediately. Look at System Down as Cybernetic Revolution, original print, first edition. I don't care if this gets a QCR because first edition, original print, ultimate rare, core set will hold better value, guaranteed. Looking at this card, you see it for 35, 38, 40, 50, and then once again, there's only a couple, there's 2s and 1s, and then it starts ending around roughly $100, and that's a 4 right there. So that's the floor basically. A 4 for this card. Orcus, once again, I don't really like Orcus. I hate playing the deck, but you'll be lying if you don't see that. You don't say that people are gonna start playing Orcus. It's gonna be a deck that a lot of people are gonna start playing. This is one of the cards that just beats the entire deck. One of the cards that's a regular spell that you can thrust for beats Orcus. I'm gonna throw it out there. This card right here is something nobody's looking at right now. Now you're saying, wait a minute, V, $30-something is a lot too much for my blood. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. I have a lot of filters on, clear filters. No. Okay, hold on a second. All right, that's fair. Go to Yu-Gi-Oh. This has a super rare. Okay, it has a bunch of commons, by the way, and it has a couple of rares, but it has a super rare that OTS Tournament Pack 2. You might have it already. It's currently $6. I'm not saying you need 3. I personally bought 3, but I am saying that this is a card that's really good. Like, really good. Panthers light points, banish all machine-type monsters your opponent controls and in their grave. That's insane. That's too broken not to mention in this video. I have to mention that in this video. I think this is not definitely going to be a card that a lot of you players are going to want to grab for this side deck moving forward in the future of this game. Throwing it out there. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Once again, you know, it's been a lot of running around. I've been sick, and then I got better. So there's a thing going on where you get influenza A, and then you get better for like a week, and then you get influenza B. That happened to me. So I kept I got my voice back, and I lost it, and I have it back now. And then my doctor found some stuff, and then I'm taking some new medicine. So like I'm doing really good right now. But then again, I have a new issue. In fact, if you saw me at the YCS in Orlando, I had to get static seating because I couldn't walk around that much because I have a medical issue with my feet. Really annoying. But overall, though, I feel great. Minus the feet and the lungs. That's whatever. I'm going to be making more videos on this channel. Will they all be market watches? I don't know. I really want to, go into looking into making other videos and throwing them on this channel. I really want to make more content for you guys because I really do enjoy making this content. Do I enjoy making a ton of market watches every single day? Sometimes. When the market's really fun, like how it is right now, it's really hard not to make a video. It's really hard not to just hit record and create a video. And the market is fun right now. Like Mouse and Rizio are 2 decks that are highly popular. With that said, Murmurs is highly popular. With that said, Christian is highly popular. With that said, Goblin Bikers is highly popular. There's a lot of really fun decks, and it's really hard not to build those decks, talk about these decks, and do videos. So I'm going to be doing some videos in the future talking about certain decks, talking about why I like and why I don't like, and what's the potential chance of these decks doing really well. Once again, I'll have more videos coming out in the future about that, guys, but it just feels good to be back making content, and yeah, it's your boy V, and you guys also have a great day.